What's up, agents, and welcome back to another vendor reset video. It's the 7th of November 2023. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get on with this week's goodies. Straight in with the test subject. You can roll the headshot damage to whatever it is you need depending on the skills that you're using. Pretty well rolled. Everything else though is pretty meh. Nothing good to look at here. Let's move on. Clan vendors pretty shaky this week. There's a Umbra Initiative set of gloves, Umbra Initiative backpack, and some Strikers gloves as well. There is a Petrov backpack with headshot and crit chance. Maybe you're building something around them red stats. There's also a Sokolov mask as well with headshot damage pretty well rolled. Depending if you're building some kind of SMG headshot build. Everything else trash. Let's move on. Alright, the countdown vendor. Another test subject with crit chance this time, so obviously again you could roll that up if you want to use countdown currency to buy it instead. Some firm handshakes with weapon handling, that's a bit of a shame. There's a rail splitter. If you've not got one of these, you might want to pick one up that comes with perfectly accurate. I don't know if you would ever use it, but it's definitely a rarer gun to pick up. Pretty sure it's a DZ exclusive. Let's move on. Over at the theatre, there's nothing really good. There's a Calibre if you want one. Pretty well rolled, just change rate of fire for damage to target out of cover. The rest of the guns are trash though. There is some Sokolov gloves. I don't know why you would ever use them with headshot though. And then there's some terrible mods. Let's just move on. Get a load of that ass wiggle. Go on, lad. Not much going on at the castle apart from the dog's ass, but we've got a punch drunk with headshot and crit damage. I mean, that's okay. There's an inventory MG5 with health damage if you need that. There is a Walker Harris mask with weapon handling. I don't think you're going to need that, and a bunch of trash mods. Let's move on. We got some long shots at the campus. There's a scalpel if you really want one with damage to target out of cover. We'll need some optimization though. It's got future perfection on that. It just doesn't run well. I wouldn't really bother, but maybe one for the stash. Everything else is pretty trash. There is, however, this Badger Tough mask. If you're building some kind of crit chance armor shotgun build, that could perhaps come in handy. Aside from that, everything is trash. Let's move on. DZ West has nothing terribly special. There's an Everlasting if you want one with future preparation. We'll need some work though. There is a Super 90 that already comes with pummel. You can change the rate of fire to damage target out of cover. That's not terrible. Strikers gloves, Heartbreaker knees. There's some Wyvern gloves with status effects. And there's some Araldi knees with crit chance. I don't know why you would ever use them, and a bunch of trash mods. So some okay stuff here, but nothing you can't really farm elsewhere. Let's move on. DZ East doesn't look much better, but there's a good times if you fancy one. You can change the crit damage to maybe damage to armor or damage to health. Everything else pretty trashy though. There's a hardwired mask, a future initiative holster, and then everything else is just no good. So let's just move on. Probably the buy of the week is the Dark Winter here if you've not already got one. It does need a bit of optimization. Get rid of the swap speed for damage to target out of cover, but it's an absolute banger of an SMG. There's also a Hunter's Fury backpack. There's an Eclipse Protocol chest piece. There's an Alp Summit backpack I thought was going to be good, but then it turns out it's got tech support on, and it's all a bit hunky, janky, just not good. And then there's a lot of rubbish mods. That's it for the DZs. Let's move on. Shaven Haven's not very good, but there is a Hannah U set of gloves with skill haste on. Change the status effects for skill damage maybe, and this would be good. Moving on. What up, Bob? Does your ass wiggle too? We are looking for Roy to save us, and he's not going to today. He has got an absolute bunch of trash. That's going to be it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, though, you could buy this trash if you need to put these talents in your bench in the base of operations for reconfiguration. So don't forget you can do that. But that's going to be it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.